I hope you're all well tonight. Once more, we are going to be back. We're looking at Hcmc. It is Tuesday. The markets are open again after that holiday that we had yesterday, the extended weekend. But yes, we are back, and obviously we have a bit of an update on Hcmc. We have a little bit of stuff to talk about, and then again, I'm giving some of my thoughts on how the stock has been moving and some of the news that we have been seeing. And that is what I do love about Hcmc most recently. There's just so much to talk about with this company, whether it's theories, what people think, or obviously going all the way up to some new news which has come out about the company, or future projections. There's just so much to talk about with this business, and I do find it enjoyable to do so. If you guys want to talk about the business more with me, make sure to subscribe to this channel, as we talk about it here all the time. Now also, I'm sure you will know, but I am going to remind you, I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, it is just my humble opinion. You can follow us on Twitter. It is at N2S Finance. You will see it on your screen here. We post regular updates. You can join us on Patreon. That link to that is in the description. And you can follow our website, markets-daily.com. Again, that is also in the description. We give updates on all sorts of stuff all the time. We actually had an article come out on Hcmc just a few hours ago. And we'll have more and more articles on more and more stocks as time does go on, similar to our YouTube channel. But let's get on and have a look at what people are thinking about Hcmc, and then have a look at the price action that we have been seeing, although as you will know, there really isn't too much to talk about when it comes to price action. We have fallen a bit, but I will get into that in just a moment. Let's have a look at the most recent pieces of news first. So first things first, this is something which I have heard people talk about for a very long time. This is the SEC filings that we do have for Hcmc, and these are pretty recent, I do believe. We scroll down here, we can see that they are from the 30th of the 6th. You guys will know by now, today is the 6th of the 7th, so you know they were published not too long ago, and these note a sale or purchase record of stock, and we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different ones. Again, we can see that these are from executives of the company. People always ask me in the comments, what does this really mean, and does it matter? And again, guys, I'm not really going to spend too much time going into it with you. Again, if you do want to read through the forms, you can easily find them by just searching in Hcmc SEC filings or SEC reports. And again, what does this mean for the company? Well, for this part, I'm going to give a generalized view. I think first things first, when it comes to this company, it doesn't necessarily matter as much because this company, in comparison to some others, when we look to the more general market, the amount of outstanding shares is so large that, you know, if there is a sale or a purchase of stock from the executives, I do not think it will make too much of a difference when it comes to price. And again, it definitely could make a difference when it comes to sentiment. For example, if we do see sale from executives, it could point to, you know, the company's executives not necessarily believing in the company or not wanting to buy more. Whereas if we see purchase of stock, it also does show that the executives possibly could be believing in the company and can see it doing well. So again, interpret these reports how you will, because I have, you know, well, a lot of people have mixed opinions on this one, and again, I'm not going to get into it too much because it is quite a controversial issue when it comes to what people do think about that. But one thing which we can all agree from now is not very controversial is seeing things like this. So this was published 2 days ago, and this talks about a $3 price target on Webull amongst investors. And this is basically saying that Hcmc is going to hit $3. Now, if you have been following this channel for a while, you will already know. The prospect of hitting $1 is a hard target, and it probably may happen if we have a reverse split or a buyback. If we don't have either a reverse split or a buyback, I do not think we can hit $1. I think other than that, you know, that is the only chances that we do have. So to see things like this at $3, yes, we definitely would need a massive buyback or a massive reverse split. And again, I'm not going to get into that because that is something which people feel mixed about, but this commenter down here does talk about this very clearly. At the current amount of shares that we do have, if Hcmc went to $3, the company would be worth $1.2 trillion. That is a lot of money. That's like Apple, actually. It's quite a very, very big company, and Hcmc really isn't there. So just get a bit of perspective, guys. I want this stock to hit $1. I want this stock to hit $100. I want this stock to hit $1,000. But we need to be realistic. Is it actually going to get up there? Chances are probably not. So please be a bit more cautious when looking at prices. I think, yes, HMC is a stock that could double, it could triple, who knows how high it could actually go, but when we see targets of $3 and people are thinking that they're going to become multimillionaires overnight, that is certainly not the case. With this stock, please be realistic, and if you do want to invest, please do be patient as well, because I cannot even see this one rocketing overnight anytime soon. We always knew from the beginning that with the lawsuit, HCMC was a long-term hold, and on top of that, yes, the company's fundamentals are getting better, but there is still room for improvement. Again, they are working on that, so I'm not too concerned, but that is also going to take time, and that is what people who invest in this company do need to remember. So please don't get your hopes up when you see targets of $3 or $5 amongst investors, because to be honest guys, what investors say does not necessarily matter, because it doesn't mean it's guaranteed to happen. As long as you remember that this is just somebody else's opinion, and actually look at the facts for yourself, you may look at it in a different light. But now we're going to get on to looking at the price of HCMC most recently. So today we are seeing a little bit of a drop in price from what I can tell, a decrease of about 9%. Now that may sound like a large amount, but it has only dropped us by 0.0001 point. So again, we have gone down from 0.0012 down to 1.1, and then down a bit further now to 1.0. So we're currently sat on 0.0010, and this is something which I spoke about a while ago in one of our most recent videos. It was looking possible that we could have held the level of 0.0012. Again, now we have dropped down to 1.1, and then we actually dropped a bit further now. And now we are coming down to 1.0. I would like to see us hold some support in this range. I think this is another level where we could see some support. I think other than this, the lowest that I can anticipate HMC going is 0.0009. But obviously in the past, we actually have seen a lot of consolidation at this range as well. So unfortunately, we were not able to stay at the higher support of 1.2. We weren't able to stay at 1.1, even though we are basically barcoding off it still. So we're not able to stay there really, and now we are trading between 1.0 and 1.1. So it is unfortunate to see HCMC drop off ever so slightly, but again, that is what we could expect for HCMC in the short term. And that goes back to reading things like a $3 price target. We need to be realistic. This company is a penny stock, it's a gamble stock. It isn't guaranteed to do well, and obviously we are gambling quite a lot if you do want to invest in HMC. And that brings it down to the amount of profit that we could potentially get if this company does do well. It brings it into being a high risk, high reward situation, but I'm sure most of you guys will know this by now anyway. So on the 3 month, we can see that we are pretty in line with our moving average. Over the past 3 months, we are seeing an RSI of 33, and that really is coming towards the oversold side. So you guys will remember from previous episodes that if this hits 20 on the RSI, that would be considered oversold. So again, 37, we are not quite there yet, but we are definitely coming closer than we are to the overbought side. So not yet oversold, but we are coming closer to that. And the MACD we can see is relatively flat, because the share price hasn't moved too much, it isn't really doing anything, but currently it is still looking bearish from what I can tell, and that's just my personal opinions. So out of the 6 month to get a bit of wider perspective, again, MACD looking pretty flat, definitely could potentially see some uptrends soon, but I cannot anticipate it being very big, to be honest with you guys. I think the biggest that we could see is possibly up to 1.6, and again, that is the 0.0016 range. Again, we are seeing a moving average figure slightly higher now, as you would expect from that big push here and that big push here as well. We've seen an RSI figure remain on 37. And when we zoom in a bit closer, we can see that we have an RSI figure of 54, pretty flat down there as well, basically neutral, so you guys will know as well, 50 is neutral, and now we're seeing it dip between the 55 and 45 level, so it's pretty neutral, it's nothing out of the ordinary, and we are seeing a very busy MACD down there as well, and obviously that is in the green at the moment, but we will have to see how long that does remain. Obviously it has been going up, down all day with the barcoding action. And we're seeing a moving average figure sat flat at 0.0010 as you would expect for today. So guys, I know this may not have been the video that you wanted to see. Again, I'm not hating on HCMC at all. I do love the company, but we need to be honest with ourselves. This company, whilst it does have long-term potential, short-term, I do not think that we are going to see a price target of $3. I think that is a bit ludicrous. I think people who do believe that, they need to have a look at the numbers and just, get some facts into their decisions. And another thing, guys, is I know that people are going to be commenting in this video, a $3 price target for Hcmc is never going to happen. But obviously they clearly haven't watched until this point, because I'm clearly explaining that an Hcmc $3 price target is not likely without some reshuffle to the share structure. But thank you for watching, guys. Going forwards into this week, I do not expect too much for Hcmc. The game does still remain the same. If you like the company, you can hold. If you don't like the company, then don't buy it. As simple as that. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.